Hi guys, coolcat here and welcome back to a brand new episode of Jurassic World. Today we're back obviously playing Jurassic World, and today we've got an amazing episode planned coming up. So make sure if you enjoyed the video to consider subscribing to the channel for more dinosaur based content just like this. Let's get into the video. So today, as I've already said in the last video and this video and I think the video before that, we've got a massive aquatic episode going today. One thing I thought I'd just mention is I have leveled up. I'm going to check the trade harbor for any good trades. There never is anything good. Ooh, that's reasonable. But yeah, I've been working trying to get some kind of a good aquatic video planned, like an entire aquatic video. And it's been pretty difficult trying to get all the aquatics. But I've finally got a decent amount of aquatics, and we're going to evolve them and see their next forms and maybe even forms after that in this video. So first up, we have baculates. So baculates, obviously we have two level 10s, so that's going to make a level 11 and then a level 20. So I'm going to evolve this guy up to a level 11. Baculates isn't probably one of my favourite dinosaurs. It's better than Orthoceras, but not as good as Colossal Squid. Like, Colossal Squid just rules. But in a fight, baculates or Orthoceras would probably win against Colossal Squid. I'm not entirely sure. And a quick fun fact is that Colossal Squid actually still exists, and I do believe it's 10,000 meters or 10,000 feet. Can't think which one, because I'm an idiot. Below the surface of the ocean currently. I don't think the scientists and probably paleontologists and biologists and marine biologists and everything have actually discovered where they are, but they know they're there. And quite an interesting little fun fact. So, we didn't quite get a good look at this guy. I mean, it's very difficult to get a good look at them in the aquatic. I think he's changed a little bit of colouring on the shell. A little bit darker and brighter red on the tentacles, but nothing too drastic. That's kind of what I like. I like it to build up to the final evolution when they look absolutely like a carnival. They're nutty. Okay, so next up is Dacosaurus. Very close relative to Geosaurus. Dacosaurus is quite an interesting dinosaur. I'm not sure I quite like it. It's very common in this game. I've traded so many of them for DNA because I've just had so many of them, and at the point I didn't really need them. So this guy seemed to have changed quite a bit of colouring on his sail. He's got kind of a sail along his back. That's kind of changed a little bit drastically. But along the actual body, he hasn't changed really much at all. Just slightly darker colourings and stripes, but overall a quite good figure. That guy's up to level 20 now. And I'm going to save this guy for last. Haenosaurus. I have 3 Haenosauruses. Haenosaurus. I got 3 of these through solid gold packs. So we're going to have a level 10 and a level 20. So I'm saving that guy till last because he's going to have a big climax. Because of who he is, basically. Haenosaurus rules. Let's go to the end. So Trinacromerum we have here. Trinacromerum is kind of an odd dinosaur. Kind of like him. Surface creature, I think. I do believe I've mentioned this in the past, but I'm not entirely sure. In the past, I've had a past YouTube channel, and that's kind of based around Pokemon and everything. So every time if I've ever said Pokemon instead of saying dinosaurs, then I'm really sorry. I've just got that in my head the whole time, because only about 7 months ago, I was just going over Pokemon stuff constantly, and I've just got it in my head, imprinted on my mind, and I keep on wanting to say Pokemon. Like, I've resisted about 6 times already in this video from saying Pokemon instead of dinosaurs. Don't even think about it. Don't even get me started. But yeah, Trinacromerum has changed quite a little bit along the back, but once again building up a gradual change, ready for his final carnival-looking evolution. Let's go in for Protostega. Quite an interesting dinosaur, again, not Pokemon. Man. Protostega is quite like Hinodus. I don't know whether any of you know Hinodus. Not quite like Archelon. He's kind of the one end. Archelon's kind of the other end, and Hinodus is kind of in the middle of the... What? Oh no, that's Severdona. I was about to say he changed drastically. Right. He's still changed quite a lot. He's changed a lot. I quite like it. Instead of it being too drastic, which it is slightly drastic, I really like it. That's quite cool markings along the top of the shell. When you try and go round, it's very difficult trying to manoeuvre in this game. Down there, just these kind of markings. I know you can't see where I'm pointing, but I know where I'm pointing, and that counts. So, you just around the edge of the shell. I don't think he had those markings before. They're quite good. So far, I like Protostega. Clicked on him again, because I'm an idiot. Right, let's look at what we have next. Next up, Onchopristis. Onchopristis is a very close, well, looking like it'd be a close relative, I'm not entirely sure. But it looks like it'd be a very, whoa, that's drastic. That's too drastic for my liking. He looks like he'd be a very close relative to a modern swordfish, because just kind of look at his nose, kind of looks like a swordfish, mega-sized swordfish. I think Onchopristis were about 16 feet long. So, mega-sized swordfish. Now that's very drastic from his first form, but I do like the colourings. But it takes me into a different place of wondering that animation bugs me, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. But firstly, it's changed drastically from this first evolution, but that brings kind of a new edge to how it's going to change for the final evolution. Interesting. But if you come down here and you have a look at his mouth, he shouldn't eat like that. His mouth should be underneath him. And I know you can't see where I'm pointing, but I'm pointing underneath him. His mouth should be like a manta ray. If you've ever seen a manta ray, which I'm pretty sure you all would have, his mouth is supposed to be like a manta ray, not a swordfish. And this is exactly what they've done. And he's jumping out of the water. No, you'd be like a vacuum, hoovering in loads of fish. Oh, man. Jurassic World, you messed up. And I didn't pick up on this when I first got Onchopristis, because I don't think I showed him off properly, because I wasn't doing a proper aquatic episode. I've saved it up to now. But that animation bugs me completely. Repto... Now, I can never say this. I think I just said Repto. I've got headphones on, so I can't hear me talking properly. Leptocleides. Leptocleides. Now, he kind of looks okay. That just kind of has a weird look to him. Okay, that's drastic. That is very drastic. But once again, like the Onchopristis, this brings a new edge to how his final evolution could look. It's going to be interesting. Very interesting. Let's get a good look at this guy. Now, actually, that isn't as drastic as I thought. He's got a very dark purpley, blue, violety colour going along his back. And then those markings, a bit like Protostega, along his side. Not too drastic, actually. It looked like it in the picture. I think the picture exaggerates it quite a lot. So, I quite like that. But not as much as Protostega. Protostega kind of my favourite at the moment. In the sense of how it changed. Interesting. I double-clicked. Quite interesting. Who are we going to go with next? Let's go with Pliosaurus. Now, I've always called it Pilosaurus. And I don't know why. That has bugged me. When I'm looking over past videos, I've said Pilosaurus instead of Pliosaurus, and it's annoying me. I'm sorry. Just don't judge. Ooh, this guy looks nice. Looking good. Oh, these evolutions are going to absolutely make my bucks cripple. It's going to be more... I think it's going to be worse on my bucks. I'm just putting on my headphones. You may have heard a bang. I think it's going to be worse on my bucks because it costs kind of more to speed up than... Whoa, this guy looks good. His markings along his back I really like. Let's watch him. I wish you could kind of move around in the animation so you can kind of see him from all angles. That looks good. That really looks good. I like that. Level up. This guy's stats are looking pretty good too. Not attack-wise. He's definitely a health tank. Or health tack. Never understood which. But yeah. Looking good. Now, if you compare it, because I have another one. If you compare it, that is quite a drastic change. But, once again, slightly bringing a new edge to how he's going to look in his final form. Now, why is it still telling me that I can combine them? I can't combine them. Look at that, right? If you look at the plus next to Pliosaurus, I cannot combine them. It only has the plus when you can combine them. That's so glitched out. Ugh. Right, Plesiosaur. Plesiosaur, if you didn't know, is what is suspected to be the Loch Ness Monster. If any of you know about the Loch Ness Monster, known as Nessie. That's what I think it could be. Just a random, completely spontaneous, random little Plesiosaur still alive somehow. Look at them in the tanks. Their necks are like completely bent over. It's got to be one heck of a backache. But yeah, I reckon it could either be that or a lighting problem, like mirroring of the light on the water. I'm not getting into the Loch Ness Monster now. But yeah. Now this guy's stats. I quite like this guy's stats, the way that it's kind of measured out. Very close relative to Styxosaur, I do believe. I do like this. I like this a lot. Kind of the contrast in colouring. Kind of blends as well. Only one problem with it. Once again, drastic from the first. And that's a problem with me. It doesn't rest well with me. It's very drastic. But I'm excited to see Plesiosaur's final form. Because I do believe, I think it was Plesiosaur that was my first. No, Dacosaur, then Plesiosaur, my first two aquatics. So I'm quite interested to see how he's going to actually turn out. Stop doing the glitch out plus symbol. I'll come in there and I don't even know. I'm going to get angry. Right, so last up is I do believe, yes, last up we have the climax. Heinosaurus. This is going to be crazy on DNA, I do believe. Let's go for it. Okay, doesn't look too drastic yet, which I'm glad about, but it also doesn't excite me as much as it would with the Plesiosaur. But we'll have to see, because these pictures aren't exactly as accurate as I would like. But I still like them. Alright. Okay, can't really see much there. Stop opening your wide mouth. Okay. He hasn't changed much at all, which excites me and disappoints me at the same time. Look how much that is to feed. That's disgusting. That's a disgusting amount. If that's a megalodon, then I feel sorry for it. Whatever that is dead. Oh, this is crippling my food. Why you do this? The stats are incredible though. 50,400 coin. Over 12 hours, that's not brilliant. Just under 5,000 an hour. So that's 4,500 an hour, I do believe. My maths isn't brilliant though. But yeah, all of those kind of excite me a little bit. We've got this guy coming up next, which I might show off in the next episode. I'm waiting for my dinosaurs to kind of regenerate, go through and do these battles. And we'll get ourselves I knew it, Dolichoranchus, which is a dolly and Coloboranchus. No, I actually wish they would bring hybrids to make a new element to the aquatic park. They haven't brought them yet. I'm hoping for them to bring in the aquatic, like a mammoth and a Smilodon or whatever. That would be insane. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm going to end it here because there's not much left to do. I could go around the park a little bit, but I did promise that this would be a full aquatic episode. So hopefully you did enjoy. My name's been Coolcat, and until the next video, hopefully you have a good week, and goodbye.